Nearly a week after a trolley crash in Hermann hurt more than 30 people, emergency crews and hospital staff say it could have been far worse if not for life-saving partnership formed 2 years ago.
Yeah, some of the aftermath of that scene of the crash that brought out lots of different agencies to help people out. ABC 17's Mitchell Kaminsky went to Gasconade County to hear from first responders and medical staff, as well as passengers who are still reliving the moments after the crash.
This is the kind of thing that every hospital administrator hopes they never get called for.
After a morning of gardening, Bill Hellebush went inside to make lunch for his son around 11 a.m. when his phone rang.
We knew there were 3 different districts on site with air support. So that alone, that was about the information I had. It sounded pretty big.
Roughly 15 minutes earlier, a trolley carrying 41 passengers had veered off the road in Hermann, crashing into a ditch and hurting 32 people.
The driver was speeding down those very windy roads, and I remember hearing something hit the gravel and feeling the whole trolley lurch like to the side, and then I felt him overcorrect, and all of a sudden we were in the woods.
Brooke Emshoff was celebrating her birthday with friends when the chaos unfolded.
It was very quiet on the trolley until people started figuring out they were injured. The shock, I would say there's maybe 5-10 seconds before everyone started screaming. I went into shock, and there is, a little smidge of time. I know I spoke to my mom on the phone, but I have no recollection of doing it.
Mike Miller was one of several responders from 5 ambulance districts, all part of a coordinated emergency response plan that helped crews get to the scene fast.
Any mass casualty scene like that's going to be a little bit chaotic at first, right? So the biggest thing is take a deep breath, and this is what you got to work with, and move forward with it. Because if you get panicky and let your emotions take over, you're not gonna be able to work through the scene.
As a line of ambulances began dropping off patients at Hermann Hospital, staff soon found themselves overwhelmed with patients. But a deal with MU Healthcare proved vital.
So this was the first time that I'd had a situation like this at a critical access hospital with limited resources. My focus was like the sickest of the sick need to be taken care of first. I had multiple spinal fractures, a pelvis fracture.
Hermann Hospital treated more than 20 patients in under 4 hours. But its CEO says without a 2022 partnership with MU Healthcare for emergency department staffing, it could have taken twice as long.
We would not have had the same result without MU. I know that.
More than 20 people jumped in to help, from trauma staff to volunteers, bringing food and water.
When I got there and was, trying to figure out who needed to be seen, I had so many people, hospital staff, nurses, asking me, what do I need?
The crash was a powerful reminder of what community and coordination can achieve.
With the amount of support we have from this community, if you don't wake up and find it easy to jump out of bed and come do this work, you have got to check yourself to make sure you still have a pulse. And this last Saturday, it was just another shining example of that.
Reporting in Gasconade County, Mitchell Kaminsky, ABC 17 News.